The drop-o-meter. We go to the players to drop. Jarvis Landry.
He's a 8. I think, if you're hoping the matchup is good for him, which it is, then you stick with him. But, if he didn't have the rushing touchdown last week, it's just another miserable stat line. Baker's not right. This feels like run the ball as much as you can, try and grind out a win, not let Baker make mistakes or make plays unless you absolutely have to, and get into your bye week and hopefully get healthy.
Okay. Zach Moss. Oh, we didn't talk about Matt Breida, did we?
Yeah, he's another of the shallower guys. Their schedule is brutal coming up against the run. Their next 5 games, they get the Patriots twice. And I know New England's run defense isn't the strength of their team, but I still don't want to trust Buffalo's rush offense against the Patriots rush defense. But they get they have the Bucks in that stretch. Yeah. They have the Saints this week. It's just not very enticing for a 3-headed backfield now. Now, he's made the most of his opportunities. Over 10 yards per carry last week. Had the 2 touchdowns on 6 touches the week before against the Jets. So I put in the column Devin Singletary as the drop candidate because I still like Moss better than Singletary. But if you want to drop Zach Moss, I have no problem. I can't argue against it just based on what this situation looks like.
Yeah, so actually I want to get the exact quote, but Joe Biscaglia of The Athletic, who writes for he's the Bills writer for The Athletic.
Yeah, he's great. He's been on HQ with us.
He said he wouldn't, I want to make sure I get it right, and I will. But I'm pretty sure he said I wouldn't be surprised if Zach Moss were made inactive. And Matt Breida is the 1B to Singletary's 1A. So that was his take on it. And I thought that was really interesting. I'll get the quote for you. Deontay Foreman and Adrian Peterson with New England and then a bye week. How droppable are they?
They're droppable. Peterson more so than Foreman. But yeah, I have no problem dropping both.
Okay. And how about Marvin Jones, 83% rostered with Atlanta? Good matchup coming up.
So the thing with him now is what happens with the targets that Agnew's gone. He had 6 targets. Shenault had 5. Dan Arnold had none. So what's the case with the Jaguars passing game moving forward? So I would consider holding Marvin Jones for 1 week just to see, but it's not something that you could try. I mean, Trevor Lawrence right now looks really, really bad, and it's not him. The receivers don't separate. You watch any game, they're covered all the time. I know I mentioned Pete a lot, but Pete Prisco knows the Jaguars as well as anybody. He's on their part of their radio broadcast during the week, and he says they're so uncreative with their route running. They don't do anything to give guys the chance to get open. They just expect them to win their one-on-one matchups, and it's just not working. Jones doesn't run anymore. Chenault's not a speed guy. We'll see if John Brown brings anything to the table, now that he's activated off the practice squad and has a role to fill. But Marvin Jones just doesn't give you any semblance of hope. He's had 1 good game in his last 6.
All right. So, yeah, this is takeaways from the Bills-Colts game from Joe Biscaglia. And Devin Singletary. Matt Breida deserves to supplant Moss as a top 2 running back, blah, blah, blah. Because Moss doesn't play on special teams, it wouldn't be a surprise if he's a healthy scratch next week or in the future if his struggles continue against the Saints. Just one person's take on it.
Yeah, okay. Could be true.
How about Alex Collins? Would you drop Alex Collins 0 to 10?
I would probably still hold him. He's still going to be the lead running back for now against the Washington football team, and for Seattle probably moving forward with Carson out for the season. But again, if you're in a situation where Elijah Moore is available, you want to take a chance on the Jets guys. It's just this team just struggling beyond belief. And
I wouldn't think I'd drop him for the Jets guys, though. Would you?
If I'm not playing Alex Collins, I probably would consider it.
Who are you going to rank higher this week?
Ty Johnson and PPR.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I can't make a huge case for the 4 fantasy points you're getting from Alex Collins.
Right. They're not scoring. He lost his scoring chance this week. He's playing through an injury. So what happens if he, they decide he's just going to shut it down?
Right.